Alright, welcome back to Sea Encounters Battleships. Welcome back after a long break because of my broken PC. I'm here trying to record on my Mac. Let's see how it goes. Experimental match. So, what I've decided to do is skip some fleet defense or strike force defense battles because they are more taxing, and just fast forward to a proper duels. So what I did, I just took each pair from the list, and how I want to start from the ships that have not been actually shown in the videos previously. So the first on the list was HMS Agincourt from the Natchchap, and it is facing Draway's Temeraire. So two French names for those battleships. Of course, Natchchap's battleship is actually British. However, it bears the famous battle site's name, and which happened in France. So, all right, let's see how it goes. Two really wonderful looking designs. We are just looking at right now at HMS Agincourt, and let's have a quick look at the French counterpart, Temeraire. Sorry, I can speak French properly. So big guns, lots of turrets, lots of main guns. Let's see how this one will go. So far, just some minor scratches on both ships. Looks like a shell landed at the stern, but nothing important have been hit. Okay, let's see here. Some shots have landed right there, but I think that Temeraire is really a tough ship. Should not take the damage too easily. All right, let's have a quick look at Agincourt. So again, some small hits here and there, but nothing too important. One gun has been disabled, but yeah, Agincourt has a lot of them, so not a big problem here. Okay, some good shots have landed in the central section where Citadel is located. How is the other side doing? Okay, looking good. Agincourt is losing by just 2 percentage points, so nothing too major. Both participants have put outstanding effort to make their ships look really fantastic. I like both of those designs. I think they can be classified as an actual replicas. Historical ships, really built to be a lookalike of the real counterparts. But still, they still can perform. So it's not like this is just something to put on your shelf and just watch. They definitely are functional, and they can definitely bring annihilation to their competition. Alright, looks like both battleships are getting nearer for some close-in action, for some brawl. Okay. Looks like shots are landing, but again, at this point, both battleships are really close. Pretty much the same percentage point. Drow-A's design slightly ahead, maybe because of disabling that gun, but it also lost one. So yeah, let's see who's going to be on top. Looks like the secondaries have opened up. Actually, the secondaries on Agincourt, they don't look too intimidating, but let's see how it goes. I think that the secondaries on the Temerier, they are a bit beefier. However, all the batteries on this side have actually been disabled and damaged fully, so they cannot really show a lot. But some smaller caliber guns have already opened up. Alright, let's see how the Agincourt is doing. So vast majority of the main guns are still operational, so they are definitely working Drow-A's battleship down. Okay. Alright, both designs are really close. However, I would say that on the surface looks like Drow-A's battleship is a bit more damaged, just looked more damaged. But I don't know, maybe the Agincourt's damage is more internal. I'm not sure about that. It could be the case. Just the superstructure looks in a better state a bit. Okay, looks like Agincourt is now sailing away again. So it's presenting a more acute angle towards the Temerier. However, the Temerier is more open and potentially could bring more guns to bear. However, it can eat more damage in return. So there are always cons and pros. Okay, opening up. Okay, it's really difficult to imagine a more evenly matched game. Oh, some good hits here. So 86% for Drow-A, Natty-Chub 86%. Wow, that's super close. So unfortunately, as you can see, I think that basically the whole match is in a degraded mode. So looks like the FPS count was just a bit too low to get the full picture. Apologies for that. Looks like the market was just not beefy enough to show all the details. Okay, looks like the Agincourt is getting a slight advantage here. It's really a tiny one, maybe 1%. Okay, I think that potentially the main battery gun retention could be a decisive factor. Looks like we've got 3, 4, 5 guns disabled on Temerier, and oh, that's heavy lifting here. And basically, Agincourt have just lost like 3 guns. So yeah, 3 lost guns, 5 lost guns. So we could potentially see Agincourt just winning the match because of retaining more firepower later in the match. Let's see if that's actually going to happen. But yeah, it started to list pretty heavily to one side and now just recovered. So I hope that this is not going to hinder the performance of the battleship. However, on the bright side, if the battleship is a little bit angled, listing to one side, it can help in some situations to bounce some rounds. So, you know, there's always a trade-off. All right, Temerier still functional. The front turrets, they are pretty far away from the citadel, so not really getting focused by the fire from Agincourt, so they can recommence their own action. Alright, shells are landing. However, the back batteries, they are pretty much they are quite wrecked. Looks like only one barrel is actually fully functional. The middle one totally destroyed. So only the front ones are really fully operational. Okay, but oh, that was a good volley, and looks like we've got non-degraded mode here, so we should be able to see some tracers finally, maybe for a short while, not sure. Okay. Alright, so indeed, Agincourt is slowly but surely grinding the Temerier, and it was able to get this 3% point advantage. Really a small advantage, but nevertheless it exists. However, we have to always remember that that superficial destruction of the guns is not everything. If Temerier would be able to just defeat the citadel armor, that's game over. It can be a game over for Agincourt. Okay, and yeah, I think that one interesting aspect here is that we've got a different approach in terms of the citadel build. So Agincourt is using the citadel separators, so potentially he can withstand losing one of the chambers. It can, you can detonate one of the ammunition stores, and still he should be able to use the other two. However, in case of Temerier, it's just a single store, so it's ignoring the safety procedures, doesn't have any separator between the ammo stores, but basically the ship can use a longer APS gun, a bit longer APS snakes, so theoretically the fire rate could be greater on Temerier, but it lost quite a bit of guns, so I think that yeah, the changes here. So the the brawl continues. And yeah, it looks like the amount of guns is pretty much the same here on Temarier. In terms of the amount of damage underwater, yeah, it's pretty significant, but I don't see any any side of the citadel being exposed yet. So nothing looks fatal here for now. And how about Agincourt? Let's see what's the extent of the damage underwater. Yeah, looks like the shells are getting a bit deeper here, but I'm not sure if any part of the citadel have been actually overmatched. Doesn't seem to be the case. And how about the guns? Alright, I think lost a bit more on the guns now, but still got 8 of them. 8 fully operational, and also some smaller secondaries here. So, alright, but it does not look like the gap between the health pool is actually greater here. It seems like 3% 3% point difference still remains. Yeah, I wonder if those stabby guns they can still hit, or I think that the velocity is definitely lost on those 2 guns, and accuracy as well. So yeah, I think that they can theoretically still hit, but less likely to do so, and kinetic energy should be lower. Okay, so far so good. So it's basically 13 minutes in the map, so just 2 more minutes remaining for both battleships to decide which way it's going to go. But unless we'll get some kind of critical citadel hit, it's going to be pretty much a draw, or just a marginal victory for Agincourt. Looks like both of those ships can make it to port. Okay. Dangerous, but no, I think it's fine. So I think both designs have a good survivability. It seems they can really take a lot of damage, just last the full length battle without being damaged. But yeah, there's still 1 minute to go. Is there going to be any dramatic change of the events? Secondaries doing their work. Primary guns bouncing shells off the water. Nice recoil on those guns. Okay, it seems like the Agincourt have been able to get this 5% gap in the health pool. So yeah, I think that's going to be pretty much it. Just 5 seconds to go before we call it. And I think that that separate mast is still going to be counted into the health pool. So all right, yeah, that was a real brawl. Maybe not a super close range brawl, but a proper 2 kilometer 2 kilometer one. I think that was the main engagement range from 2 to 3 kilometers. A really good battle. Um, both of the ships have been pretty much able to get a quarter of their opponent health pool uh, destroyed by their main guns. So it was also a match where the main guns played a major role. So I don't think really secondaries mattered too much here in this exchange. They landed some, but it was pretty much about the main guns. And in this case, I think that what gave the Agincourt, at least a bit of victory, a marginal one, was a better retention of the guns. It just was able to keep more of the guns firing, and this allowed it to pretty much even out the the safety procedures difference because of the larger IPS snake that Temerier was using, and get some small margin there. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.